Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, I do not know if this is going to go good or if it's going to go bad, but I wanted to try to switch things up on the channel. Instead of posting so much multiplayer gameplay, maybe every once in a while post some zombie gameplay. Let me know down in the comments section if you guys enjoy it, if you hate it. Just let me know. I can always switch back to multiplayer any day, but I just thought it would be fun just to change things around every once in a while. And also let you guys know, in this gameplay right here, there was a glitch that happened in the beginning of the game where I can only pick up one weapon. So if you're wondering why I don't have two, that's the exact reason why. It's a glitch going on, but we're still able to sauce it up even regardless of only having one gun. And a quick disclaimer at the beginning of the video as well, so I don't get accused of false information in every single video that I post. This is just all my thoughts and opinions. That's why I do a lot on this channel, is just talk about my thoughts and opinions on video games, maybe conspiracy theories and all that good stuff. Nothing in this video is facts, nothing's confirmed. Activision didn't come out and say anything about this. This is more of just a video to make you think a little bit. Maybe we can all get together in the comment section and talk about this topic and see what other opinions are about this idea. But we're going to be talking about how I personally think Sledgehammer Games made Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Treyarch is not the main developers. I made videos about this previously where I talked about the leaks that Sledgehammer Games was the original makers of this game, but then they were removed from the actual game because they were bumping heads with Raven Studios. So according to the leaks, Activision completely stripped Sledgehammer Games out of the title and brought in Treyarch very short notice to continue to make this game and perfect it, which is why, in my personal opinion, it plays different. It doesn't play mostly like a Black Ops title, especially coming from Black Ops 4. You would think that they would try to mimic the gameplay, just like how Modern Warfare did when it came to Infinite Warfare, even though Modern Warfare isn't a very fast-paced game, but that's due to other things like loud footsteps, no mini-map, very obnoxious map designs. If all that stuff was fixed, you would probably be able to run and gun because the movement is very clean, very smooth. But when you play Cold War, it's clunky. It plays almost like Call of Duty World War II. I'm being serious. It plays almost exactly like Call of Duty World War II when it comes to movement and partially gunplay. And it just seems like Treyarch kind of came in, swooped in last second, and put their own little twist on this game, their own little vibe. And you could definitely see the Treyarch influence. Like, you can know that Treyarch put their hands in this game and made it. But for some reason this year, it doesn't seem like they made 100% of it. There's tons of Sledgehammer vibes all across the board. And you might say, well, Sledgehammer Games usually always helps out on these titles, which they've done plenty in the past. Let's be honest here. Sledgehammer Games pretty much worked on all the Call of Duty games back in the day as co-development studios, not the main development studio. Later on, their first title when they were able to break apart and make their own game was Advanced Warfare and then Call of Duty World War II. So later on, they did become a main development studio. But they always helped out down the road, so there are always parts of those games. But regardless of them helping out in these titles, none of the past games felt like a Sledgehammer game like they do nowadays. They still felt like Infinity Ward designed them, and they felt like Treyarch designed them. So it seems odd to me that Cold War doesn't completely feel like a Treyarch game. It feels like Sledgehammer Games made it. And also part of the leak was that when Sledgehammer Games was removed from this video game, they were pushed to go make a free-to-play version of Call of Duty in 2021. Now, this might mean absolutely nothing to you, but let's be honest here. I think Modern Warfare is going to be lasting for at least another year to two, because they're combining the XP system between the two games, and Warzone is going to be completely combined between the two games. If you haven't heard the new news for Black Ops Cold War that everybody's talking about, they're combining the whole XP system. There's going to be a new prestige system coming into both Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, a new leveling system, and all the weapons across the board from Cold War are going to be completely transferred over to Modern Warfare and Warzone specifically, not in Modern Warfare multiplayer. Warzone is going to be a mix of both Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War. It's insane. And also, no matter what game you play, whether it's Modern Warfare or Cold War, your XP and level will rank up in both of those video games. So you don't have to play both those games to rank up. You can literally play just one of those games and your rank will completely go up in both titles. It seems like they're trying to make a Call of Duty video game that is supposed to last more than just 1 year, maybe even 2 years. It seems like they're combining both these titles to dish out endless amounts of content to both Treyarch fans and Infinity Ward fans. And they might possibly be doing this to try out the free-to-play method. You guys remember all the commentaries that all us content creators were making about how Call of Duty should go to free-to-play, to copy the Fortnite trend, the Apex trend, all those top games making millions of dollars? This might be Activision trying to do that right now. They might be trying to make a free-to-play version of Call of Duty that they're going to put on console and PC, just like Call of Duty Mobile, that will be free-to-play, but with a beefy microtransaction system model. So obviously they're going to have to make their money somehow. But it seems like they're trying to test this out. But they didn't want to risk losing millions of dollars to test out a free-to-play model when they're already making millions and billions of dollars off of their original Call of Duty games that they're making. So instead of skipping a year to make Call of Duty, they're just going to make a free-to-play Call of Duty video game and just combine these two massive titles, Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, into one big game, combining in Warzone as well, which is the biggest, the most massive part about Call of Duty right now. And they're going to just make that one thing, one massive game to just chomp out on. You can get XP in both titles, you can unlock guns and attachments in both titles, you can use both guns in both versions of the game, all in Warzone. They're making it one game. And they're going to test out this free-to-play model. Now, I'm very curious to see how they do this, if it's true. But it makes sense to me that this could be happening because, like I said, in the leaks, Sledgehammer was removed specifically to work on a free-to-play title. Even though this isn't true information, even though this is just a leak, it still makes me curious because, like I said, Cold War doesn't play like a Treyarch game. It really does play like Sledgehammer games. And Sledgehammer Games was not mentioned when they were talking about Cold War. According to Activision, Treyarch is the main development studio for Cold War. And it would make sense on Activision's part to put Treyarch on Cold War, because they need to make sure this game is good enough to last Call of Duty an extra year so they can make a free-to-play title. If they did Sledgehammer Games and Infinity Ward, that probably wouldn't go too well. Even though Sledgehammer Games has a pretty decent following, it's not massive like Treyarch. Now, since they put Treyarch's name on Black Ops Cold War, this is going to be a big deal. You have a Treyarch video game that has a massive following, and you have an Infinity Ward game with a massive following. And if Treyarch can, over the time, make Cold War feel a little bit more like a Treyarch Call of Duty game, they could really make it pop. And like I said, it'll be a massive, massive video game. And it'll make sense that Activision would downgrade Sledgehammer Games from making a main title to work on a free-to-play title, because free-to-play isn't as important as it is to their $60 versions of the game. They have to make sure this $60 game is polished, good to go, people are spending money on it. But if it's a free-to-play title, who cares? It's free-to-play. Everybody will just pick it up. That's how Warzone popped off. That's how Warzone made millions and billions of dollars. It's free. During a pandemic, everybody's going to be hopping on Warzone since it doesn't cost you anything, not even a penny. So the same thing would be happening with the free-to-play version of Call of Duty. They don't have to worry about much. Activision knows it's not as much of a risk of this free-to-play COD flopping compared to their $60 version of Black Ops Cold War. So they put the major development studio, Treyarch, on Cold War. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but the kind of low-end studio, Sledgehammer Games, on a free-to-play title. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. The leaks are really making sense to me now. You know, Activision demotes Sledgehammer Games. It seems like that's what they're doing because Treyarch is making this video game right here. And usually this would be Sledgehammer's spot, but apparently it's not anymore. They're going back to the one-on-one cycle with Infinity Ward and Treyarch. And then there are the leaks that there's supposed to be a free-to-play Call of Duty game coming out in 2021, made by Sledgehammer, which would make sense because I don't think that Activision would demote Sledgehammer. Let's be honest. They have a good fan base when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise. They wouldn't demote them, but I can see them moving them over to a free-to-play project. And like I said, free-to-play isn't as risky, so they don't have to worry about Sledgehammer costing them so much money because it's free-to-play. Tons of people will download it, and obviously it's going to be stuffed with microtransactions, so everybody's going to spend money on it because they didn't have to purchase the game. And I'm also going to throw this in the video as well. It's a leaked image that the homie Raven actually sent to me over on Discord. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's real or not, but it's supposed to be the cover art of Black Ops Cold War, and it actually says on the back of the box there that it's made by Sledgehammer Games. Now, you could take this in any way you want to, but I think it could mean two things. Either Sledgehammer Games is the core developer of this video game, because I don't see Treyarch on here anywhere, but it's just such a small image. The Treyarch name could be anywhere on this box, to be honest with you, so it's a really far-fetched idea. But what if this means that Sledgehammer made this game from the start, and they just kept their name on there for credit? But obviously, since they have to keep it a secret because they're making a free Call of Duty game in 2021, and they're probably going to try to save the hype for that, they're just saying that Treyarch made this video game, but they're still giving credit. Or this means that they left a small portion of the Sledgehammer's team on this title when they demoted them, or even if they aren't on this. Like I said, this is all leaks. This is all just, thoughts being tossed out here. But if Activision demoted Sledgehammer, maybe they left a small portion of the team to work on the game, and maybe this is just co-development credit. And also, I just want to throw in there that it says 285 gigabyte minimum. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's insane. But guys, do me a favor and go down in the comments section. What do you guys think? Do you think Sledgehammer Games completely made Black Ops Cold War and Treyarch has come in to kind of save the day type of deal? Or do you think Treyarch made this game from scratch? What's your personal opinions? But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. It really does mean the world to me. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me? There's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, you want to catch me live stream some video games? I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.